#2 in the nation in goals against and the first in save percentage. Logan Callahan on the right for the faceoff for the Blue Jays, and Jack Oldman for Ohio State. Two really good ones here, both top 10 in the nation at the X to get things started. Johns Hopkins at 6-4 on the season. Ohio State at 10-1. Also goalkeeper for the Blue Jays today, Oren Jelinas. Number 87 gets the start. Luke Stout injured, hasn't played since Syracuse. Was dressed and was getting some action this week is what we were told, Jules, so we'll see if he ever gets in the game here today.
Here we go.
Callahan winning the faceoff.
Go tonight!
Mike, as Hopkins starts the day offensively.
Picking up where he left off in the last game. He had 2 goals and 3 assists in the 13-11 win over Rutgers back on March 29th. As Johns Hopkins at the faceoff here, they won the first one with Callahan, and they get this one here. This one through in his first shot of the day, and we're just over 5 minutes in, and it's 2-0 Ohio State. And taking the face-off here for the Buckeyes is Sean Magoto, who gets it. As a violation prior that sent Oldman to the sideline, couldn't take the next face-off. So
4 ranked wins in that time span, and they're really starting to peak at the right time. That's 10 in a row for them in terms of wins.
And against ranked competition too. They played a tough schedule as well. So they're going to call this against Ohio State. Great point. They needed that too after the 3 goals to start for Ohio State. Feel like you're back in it here with 6 minutes and 18 seconds to play in the first quarter, albeit it's very early, but first quarter that's been dominated by the Buckeyes. Still loose here on the faceoff. Who wants it? Blue Jays. Good job there by Jack Montfort there. 2 goals in 2 minutes and 2 seconds. You saw the note, first goal in over 3 weeks for Chick. Callahan going up against Oldman, and Oldman wins it for Ohio State. Griffin Liedl. Now it's over to Blake Island.
Slick release in and out. Unfortunate break for Jelinas there, who we know hasn't been having his best day today. He gets a save and then just isn't able to corral it and finish the play.
So Marinier, who has 2 goals here today, and on the feed from Liam White, who has a goal and an assist. As this first quarter has a minute to go, and the Blue Jays will get it to 3 goals per game, and that's huge, obviously, as the Blue Jays trying to pick up their first conference win here. You talked about how important this matchup is, and then against the #3 team in the nation, who's won 10 straight. Start of the second quarter, faceoff is picked up by Jack Oldman as he wins it for the Buckeyes. Sixth in the nation with 88 ground balls on the season as well too. And this one scooped up by Jelinas.
And finish it also, that's tremendous.
I was thinking the same thing. Greg Langermeyer, the senior, was right there in front of him. I don't even know where the window was for him to be able to catch and shoot that ball. And now they win the faceoff here with Logan Callahan. He goes in and shoots, and the save from Faceoff. And it is picked up by Ohio State here with Bobby Van Buren.
And you could see the energy out of Faceoff there before when they let Chick.
1 goal lead, and then diving down, making the stop that leads to the goal. I mean, that is the difference right now. It's a 5-3 lead for Ohio State.
And you know what that is? That's very deflating for an offensive unit. Any unit in the country that's deflating for. But if you're young and you look at that he's playing with today, you know, you love to see that out of a player like him who just, regardless of the opportunity, right, specifically at Homewood Field, he wants to show up and just be a little bit better than he usually is.
Had a chance to talk to him before the game here today and was very appreciative of, you know, what we've said about how great he's.
Opportunity passing by.
Got to be a miscommunication defensively somewhere because they were late coming out on him. They kind of left him, right? I mean, he has 3 goals prior to that shot. Now he's got 4.
And you can't continue to leave him open. He's has every single time he leaves a stick. You're holding your breath and you know it's going to go in.
That was crazy. Gannon Matthews has the last 2 assists to Marinier, who now has 5 goals today. And this second quarter has belonged to the Buckeyes. The next stop on the F1 schedule, the Japanese.
Down shots in the middle of the net at 10, 11, 12 yards. Faceoff is just doing an incredible job of seeing the ball and stopping it today.
That's the thing. You're right. It's not like they're not getting some looks or horrible offensive possessions. They have really turned it up because they gave up 3 goals in a row to start the game. And they played a little bit better toward the end of that first quarter. And the second quarter was fine for the beginning part, and then all of a sudden it was Marinier. And Ohio State is working on 4 in a row as the second half is. That's probably going to be some of the ways you're going to get back into this thing, right? On stuff like that. You got to stay with it. That second opportunity there, Faceoff, as you said, wasn't able to stop the shot from Ross, and then they get the face-off win here for Logan Callahan. And over to Tristan Jewell. And now settling it in here is Jeff.
Second half start if you're Johns Hopkins.
No doubt, 59 seconds in between those 2 goals, and what can they do here at the X? Gonna get this back and go 3 in a row. Callahan up against Jack Oldman, and oh no, this time it was Sean Magoto who again took the face-off for Ohio State, and that's the second. Happened fast too. 36 seconds response from Ohio State right there. Magoto again at the face-off here for Ohio State. He wins it. Gives it up. And firing away there was Marinier. And he almost had his 6th. 3 of the last 4 here. It's a 3-goal game.
Homecoming, seeing those national championship teams on the field being honored. You can't help but have energy, Mike, going into the second half of your Johns Hopkins.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Milliman had something to say about it too as well. 3 goals in 2 minutes and 6 seconds for the Blue Jays. 5 minutes here to start this third quarter. It's back to a 4-goal lead though for Ohio State. Callahan now battling back up against Jack Oldman for Ohio State. And the Blue Jays have changed goalkeepers now here as well. Jack Webb is in, the senior from Baltimore. He is the goalkeeper now for the Blue Jays.
29.
7 goals by 6 different players for Johns Hopkins here today. Chick has 2. We got Rawson, Ayers, English, Eiler, Bauer. Fight for it here. Whistle. And it's going against Ohio State. So it's Blue Jays possession. And we've had
being more
5 goals and came back to win it last year at Ohio State. What about today? They were down 5 as well.
And now Matt Collison taking the ball, being more aggressive in the second half. He's a guy that he has way more to offer than what he does. And in terms of his production, it's not showing, but he has all the potential in the world. You saw it in the overtime shot. 2 assist opportunities, one of them hit today. The next thing for him is going to be scoring. Watch out for that in the second half.
Excellent finish. He's got 2 goals and an assist for Ohio State here today. Callahan winning the face-off for Johns Hopkins.
18 different places in North America that are being represented on the field right now from the Ohio State University Buckeyes.
That's a great point. 3 for 3 shooting is Haas here today, and they lead it 12-8. And that was to our point earlier about Nick Myers in this program and how this is kind of Austin Hernandez and our crew in the studio with our audio from Michael Pope and Corey Evans, EJ Insco on video. Our good friend, the outstanding statistician Rusta Lynn here with us up in the booth. Al Evans downstairs on official stats. Fourth quarter is underway.
And you're letting Alex Marinier, who has 5 goals and now 6 goals, step in, not from 10, but then crow hop towards Jack Webb from 8 yards with a strong hand. It just can't happen. But credit to him, his shooting stroke today has just been off the charts.
Yeah, that's a bad combination with your third-string goalkeeper for Johns Hopkins and the leading goal scorer for Ohio State. He now has 40 goals on the season. First shot of this quarter by Ohio State, and they can it. and they're now back up by 5. So it's 13-8. And you had talked about it was Marinier that had 3 in that stretch with Ben Mayer, and now it's Haas with 2, Marinier, and Gannon Matthews. Ohio State has the possession with a 6-goal lead.
In the game, we have to see him assert himself. And I think that's really been the difference today for the Hopkins Blue Jays, is just not getting enough out of Collison and not getting enough out of their older players. Obviously, Melendez is not playing today, but the Ohio State Buckeyes, they get so much from so many different guys all over the field. And Hopkins just doesn't have that, so you need your big guns to step up.
Collison today has 2 assists.
Michigan,
homecoming
up top, undefeated right now. Maryland 1-1. They got to go play against Rutgers, and someone out of that matchup is going to go 1-2. And then you got the Hopkins Blue Jays and Penn State at the bottom of the Big Ten right now.
It was a big game here today, no doubt, and on the homecoming,